Besides Hyde Park Barracks in the centre of Sydney, it's hard to think of another building in Australia that is as tied up with the early Irish history in this country. Thousands of Irish women came through the female factory here at Parramatta in Western Sydney. Their lives were incredibly tough. Some of them were actually breaking rocks to make the roads here, and many of them brought children with them as well. Today we had a great tour with the friends of the Parramatta Female Factory, where they introduced us to these stories and showed us around the site.
They're called factories because they were. So if you think of something cross between a bridewell and a prison and like a workhouse. And so the women spun and they wove, and they did that in the first factory, they did it in the second factory, and then third class you would also break rocks and pick oakum. Okay, the Irish story, as you might well be aware, is a really integral part of the Australian story and an integral part of the factory story. Just over half of the women here were Irish, and the best known matron in the factory was Matron Gordon, and she was Irish as well. So there's connections running through all the time.
And also we have the Sisters of Charity who were involved with this site from the 1830s as well.
They were fabulous. So one particular Sister Xavier Williams was just a champion for the women, and so whichever way you look at it, there's a connection from the Irish into the factory.